Hi guys, my name is Borkson. If you're new here, so welcome. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. So guys, today I wanted to discuss, I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record for those of you who know what record is, but I want to discuss my friend Kyle real quick. So guys, a whole crap load of stuff about Kyle just hit. So anyway, if you guys don't know, Kyle is an old classmate of mine, old CCD classmate from Sunday school, from back in the day. We keep in contact every 10 years. I actually thought at one point that I was going to marry him. I thought at one point I was going to marry his cousin Mitchell. You guys have heard me talk about. Well, guys, I want to let you guys know that Kyle had blocked me, like just out of the blue, blocked me. He's like, "What are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Oh, I want to, eat, take a shower, relax, just like normal things to tell a friend." And he just blocked me out of the sky. I have a theory to why. I do have a theory why. If you guys know, I talk about constantly his cousin Mitchell. I've had a thing for Mitch since I was 12, so most of and it was like constantly since I was like 12 to like 17. Because Mitchell only lived like 6, 7. I looked it up last night. Mitchell lived. The guys are so hot, my glasses get on my face. Mitchell only grew up 6 minutes from me, so I guess he was equivalent to being a neighbor crush. But I looked at him as a CCD crush. I didn't realize Mitchell was that close to me growing up. Like, was that close to us? Let's hit it. Okay, guys. So, anyway, this is not new with Mitchell. Kyle blocked me at the time he actually would love to have married me and he would love to have had me as his wife. He's giving me all this information about Mitchell. But then he just, out of the clear blue sky, blocks me. And I'm like, okay, this is rule. He blocks, unblocks, whenever he gets angry. I don't answer him right away when he's sending a text message. Guys, it's so hot. I'm taking my glasses off. Like, they're literally sliding off my face. He will block me if I don't respond right away, and that is a bad sign, guys. And I'm like, dude, I have a life here. I have animals I help take care of. I keep my room nice. I do chores and all here. He doesn't realize that he sits. I'm not saying this to offend Kyle. Kyle sits on his butt. Kyle has never worked a day in his life. I've actually had jobs before. Kyle has never worked a day in his life. He sits around doing nothing, playing Fortnite with his cousins. Mainly he plays Fortnite all night with Mitchell. I don't blame him for that. But guys, if I seem, like I said, I don't know if I told you guys, it's 92 degrees in my city now, so if I seem a little gross, that's why. Plus, I took out the shower about an hour ago. I wouldn't even say like half hour ago, guys. I did my nails and everything, so we're waiting for my nails to dry. So I'm making this video while I'm waiting for my toenails to dry before I shift off to my fingernails. Shift off. I never heard it before. I could go off to my fingernails. As it's stepped in cat crap. I have cat crap on my shoes I have to wear. Anyways, I have one pair of shoes I have to wear or I will go silly. And I stepped in cat crap. So I had to clean them off my shoes. Okay, my uncle's downstairs sleeping, so I don't want to talk too loud. I feel wild. I don't want to, Anyway, guys, so I just want to let you guys know. So Kyle and I are over. We're done. If he comes back, guys, there's a whole other incident with Kyle that happened that I don't know if I'm even going to share right now, but I got to get it off my chest, so I'll make a separate video about it. So if you see me in the same outfit, I look sweaty and gross and hot and wet hair because it's got the shower and I look kind of sweaty. Oh, it's the same day. Guys, that's why I thought Kyle was cute, because one day we were talking to him and it was like 95 degrees and it was really hot. I looked sweaty, my hair was greasy. And he came and I said, "Oh," he said, "you look kind of." And I was like, "Well, hon, it's 95 degrees here. It was 90-some degrees here." I took a shower and talked to him like later that same day. He was like, "Oh, look how cute. You look like your normal self." I was like, "Oh, my hair's wet now because I took a shower." And he was like, "Oh, it's so nice." Like, so he liked me. He seen me at my worst and still said I was cute. That's why I don't understand why he would just block me out of the clear blue sky. I have a theory, and I'm gonna gloss over this because, well, I'm pretty sure now it's my theory is true. I know now my theory is more than likely. Well, this video isn't gonna be too long. I'm pretty sure he knows that I like Mitchell, and that's why he blocked me. Like, he knows. I will be honest. His mom suggested it many years back. His mom, water. His mom suggested one day and said, "Do you think she has a crush on Mitchell?" Ice cold, you guys. Ice cold water is the best way to have it. Not supposed to because it will make you sick, but anyway, his mom did suggest it one time that I might like Mitchell, and I was like offended. I was like, "You think I like Mitchell? I was like, no. But I also heard another rumor completely different than disliking Mitchell. So we will have to see if Kyle does ever unblock me now. I will have to tell him what I really think. I do have lip balm and lipstick on. My lips have a little tint to them. I put some lipstick on. And I didn't OCDs. I put my fingers, not directly with the lipstick and the lip balm. Anyway, guys, so yes, I'm feeling a little weird. My friend blocked me out of the clear blue sky because I think he thinks that I like Mitchell, which I'll be honest, I do. So if he thinks that he knows it, I'm pretty sure his family knows that I like Mitchell because a relative of his has even said it. Like Mitchell's brother, I heard at one point has even suggested it. He was like, "Are you sure, Kyle, that Borkson doesn't like Mitchell?" And he went, "No, I never thought of it." And then one day he had kindly said to me, talking, he was like, "Look, this is back when I was like 19. He said, do you like my cousin?" And I was like, "What?" Because I don't want to get into it because it's Mitchell's business. They were at Chuck E. Cheese, which is an area somewhere around here for kids go to like eat and have a mascot that is a rat or something, real cute. And Mitchell had a step nephew, and they were at Chuck E. Cheese. And I guess Mitchell likes Fortnite, and Mitchell likes like Pokemon and stuff. And so does Kyle. And Mitchell's future sister-in-law, now it's his ex-sister-in-law, but whatever. She said Mitchell and said Mitchell's full name, blah blah blah. I'm never gonna get Mitchell's real name on. She's like Mitchell Jones. She was like, I think I've done it before. She was like, Mitchell Jones, you need to grow up, seriously. And he was like, what? Rambo, she was like, Mitchell Allen Jones, you need to grow up, seriously. And he was like, what? She's like, this is for children, for babies, for your little nephew, and you're excited. First off, guys, it was an outing. Mitchell was like 16 at the time, so he was still a young boy. In my opinion, that's a kid. In my 30s now, 16, still a kid. He was still somewhat a teenager, still a young boy. And he got excited at Chuck E. Cheese playing with his nephew, just being a good uncle. And he got excited. She was like, Mitchell. And then she turns to Mitch's brother and was like, can we have Mitchell where he's being? And the brother did not respond. Mitchell was actually in the middle of 3 brothers. I don't want to go too much of Mitchell's personal information here, but yeah. So I got really like offensive. I got really offended. I told Kyle right from the door. I was like, okay, well, if she was gonna say that, like, I will say something. Like, if we're ever together, the 3 of us hanging out, and she says something about you guys, let me handle it. And they were like, what? I said, it sounds better coming from a girl. Because I was willing to tell her off for Mitchell. Not off, but just let her know, like, hey, Mitch is having fun. Let him have fun. It's a handsome man. He just wants to hang out with his little nephew. It's cute. Being a good uncle. Not that I'm, being playing. My uncle died when I was 10, so. But I thought that was cute. He was trying to be a good uncle to the boy, considering my uncle died when I was 10. So I thought that was pretty cool. You guys, yes, I'm pretty sure, like, for me saying I would have defended Mitchell. And then, I'll admit, I asked something about Mitchell's down there that wasn't a nice comment. But his cousin answered the question for me. And I was like, that's okay. And then they started telling me about things about them as young boys that I'm not going to repeat on the internet. So if I ever get monetized, my channel, I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah, that's why I think Kyle blocked me. And we were friends. Like, we were confirmed together. We were all friendly. I really, guys, I don't mean to be rude or creepy. I do like Mitchell, let's be honest. Like is an understatement. I've had feelings for Mitchell since I was 12. It honestly, if not sooner, because I can't really take my parents' word for it, but my mom said she remembers when we were really little, like around like 7 or 8. I was talking to Kyle. One of my cousins and I used to go to the same elementary school together before they all moved and we stayed in the neighborhood. He mentioned his cousin Mitchell. And my mom said my eyes lit up. His mom said, I knew it then that Mitchell was going to be a problem. So I knew that Mitchell was going to be a problem. I knew that Mikey was going to be a problem. The moment he said it, your eyes just boom, lit right up. She was like, you were like 8. I knew it was 7 or 8. I knew something was wrong with him. And I actually told Mitchell that. He's like, you didn't even know me that age. And I was like, well, because guys, between me and you, I hit on Mitchell. Seriously hit on Mitchell. When we were like 17, I told him everything. He was like, what? I said, you know, your cousin used to tell me, but I didn't know Mitchell was cute. I just knew that of Mitchell. And, you know, I'm friends with Kyle. And he said, well, that's odd. I thought you'd want to go with Kyle to prom because you know Kyle. And I was like, Kyle told me about Mitchell. And then it kind of stuck in my mind a little bit when I was 8, and I forgot about it. And then when I was 12 was when the infatuation with Mitch began. So I don't blame Kyle for cutting contact with me. I really don't. I mean, I really don't cut it. I don't blame him for cutting contact with me after that. Especially if he thinks I like Kyle. Kyle thinks I like Mitchell. Especially if he thinks something could have went on between us. I don't blame him for wanting to cut me out. He's out of state anyway. He lives out of state anyway. So I don't blame him for wanting to cut me out. Like, they moved out of state. I didn't move out of the state. But I don't blame him for cutting me off. He really thinks that I would do anything inappropriate with Mitchell. I don't blame him for cutting me out as a friend. But I thought we had history. We'd be able to go good together. One of my friends even said, hon, you have history with these two cousins. I think it's best for you to find someone you don't have that history with, because it usually doesn't work out. So my friends are all understanding, and that leads into the next story time. So guys, this is just, you know, we were talking, and also Kyle sent me pictures of us down there, and we were on video time talking, and that could be another reason. That's another theory I have why he could have blocked me. We were on, you know, FaceTime, we were on Messenger, we were FaceTiming, and he saluted, and then you guys know what men do, leaving himself, and told me he wanted to spin the camera around and show me, and I was like, do not dare. And then he sent pictures of himself touching himself. So let me say this right now. If Kyle Jones ever sees this video, you're right, Kyle. You are absolutely right. I've been madly in love with him I've been madly in love with Mitchell this entire run, and you never noticed. And honestly, I would have sold my soul to the devil to have Mitchell. Yes, I would have. It's weird because I almost, right there, when you notice when I pause to say Mitchell, I went, I was getting close to saying Mitchell's RL name, which I will not be telling you guys Mitchell's real life name for his own. He's a detective. He's an investigator and everything, so I don't want to be getting Mitchell's information. That's why I use Mitchell. Okay, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, I'm going to comment, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for post notifications, and remember, please stay with me, even though I know this Mitchell thing, I also think on one hand it humanizes me, but on the other hand it's a little annoying.